Are we online yet? Online?
Yep, we're on.
All right, good evening. I'm going to call the meeting to order and we will begin with the Pledge of Allegiance. All right, thank you. Sorry about the slight delay with our committee meeting right before. I don't have any agenda adjustments this evening. Oh, Marco has one.
I have one. I just want to make sure. Oh, and maybe it's just so you guys know, we had an adjustment that we sent out this morning, and then Diane caught something which I very much appreciate that, Diane. So in regards to what you might see online versus what is here in paper, I just want to make sure that it's clear that we did remove Zachary, or I should say, Zachary Desmaris. That was to approve him as the middle school music teacher, and we did that at the last meeting. So no need to do it again. It's not like it's a double seal of approval from the school board. So we just we removed that. That's the adjustment.
Okay, thank you. On to consideration of the minutes. 2.1 to approve the minutes of the August 20th, 2025 Board of Directors meeting, organizational meeting.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? All those in favor? All those opposed? All those abstaining? Due to being absent, I assume. Thank you. Now is okay. So you feel that you were qualified. Got it. Thanks, Doug. Perfect. Public comment. We now open the floor and invite the public to come up to talk. I do not see anybody here this evening. I know we have a public member. You're going to come talk? No? We'd love to hear from you. Oh, boy.
Fair warning.
Love it. Petitions and communications, I have nothing. Yeah, it's a little warm in here, huh, Teresa? Yeah, Sam, that would be lovely. Thank you. It is a little stuffy. I'm not hot, but I'm always, always, always cold. Okay, thank you. Okay, on to our reports. Do we have a superintendent's report this evening?
No, not for me. No. I guess I'm the superintendent, so no, I don't. No, I don't have one. I'm sorry.
Did you forget already?
No.
Are you
It might be selective memory.
No. I know what my job is.
perfect? So this evening we have no reports.
Nope, they'll all be, so we'll
Awesome.
have administrators' reports on the 24th, along with our student rep reports. They'll be here for the first time, which is great. We'll welcome them back. And then we'll have director reports on our first meeting on October on the 8th.
Perfect. Breezing right through. Old business, we have none. On to our new business. 7.1 to approve Eric Calhoun as the social studies teacher for Oak Hill Middle School as recommended by the superintendent.
So moved.
Discussion? And is Mr. Calhoun with us this evening?
He is not.
Okay. Is this 8th
I believe
grade?
so. 8th grade, Michaela, just make it. Thank you so much, everybody. Appreciate it.
Any other questions or discussion? All those in favor? It's unanimous. Oh, Robbie, did you?
I did,
Okay,
yeah.
sorry. I don't want to say unanimous if it wasn't. 7.2, to approve an overnight field trip to Warren Island, Maine. September 12th to the 14th. I'm going to read all, can I do all three of them?
Yeah, that's totally fine if you would like to do them as well. We should probably do them.
Should you want them individually?
Yeah, and I think that's probably a good idea, just in case, like, you know,
Okay.
if somebody had a reason that they didn't want to approve one, you know, they'd have the option to do that.
Let's do it that way. So to by the Oak Hill High School Outing Club, September 12th through the 14th, and I see, oh my gosh, your name just escaped me.
That's okay.
Go ahead, go ahead, quiz me. Tim Fair, thank you.
Do you want
Do
this
I-
thing to be on or not?
Yes, please.
Do I have
yeah.
a motion?
So moved.
All right. Any discussion or questions, or you just want to open the floor? Floor is yours.
Go for it, Tim.
Okay, so this trip we are going to Warren Island in the middle of Penobscot Bay, taking the Lincolnville Ferry on this coming Friday. And we've got 3 kids signed up for that, and it's an overnight trip. It's helped sponsored by the Maine Island Trails Association and the State Parks and Rec Department. So we're very happy to be going on this trip. If you approve it.
Go ahead, Nancy. Yeah, just make sure it's on and you're friendly with it. We got to be.
You don't have to be friendly with Tim, but just be friendly
Nope,
with the
just the
microphone.
Nope.
Hello?
Yes.
There we go. Are we using busing for that?
We're using
So
a
like-
school van.
Okay. I have a more general question. So there's 3 trips in a row here that are all outing club trips. And I'm wondering, it feels like a lot in the timing.
Mhm.
And what are the implications to that or other organizations? Are they all getting, the same level of support and types of trips? I mean, understand it's an outing club, but it just feels like a lot.
Sure. No, I appreciate that, Nancy. Just to make sure that I'm understanding your question correctly, you're talking about equity amongst our clubs and organizations as far as travel is concerned. Is that correct? Yeah. And so, personally, as high school principal for the last 9 years, I would say yes, that there's equitability amongst the clubs and organizations. A lot of our clubs and organizations participate in retreats, state meets, things of that nature. I mean, when you think of some of the clubs that have come before us to have come for approval for trips, we're talking about, some of them going on national trips, which is a fair amount of money that we would put aside or that they would fundraise and find different ways to go on those trips. So as far as like a dollar-to-dollar amount, there may be more of these trips, at least here in front of us right this moment. But I feel across the board, as far as money is concerned, that like this is very minimal as far as an expense is concerned in comparison to some of other clubs and organizations.
Go ahead, Diane. Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
I saw.
We're probably going to ask the same question. Can you talk to us about ratios? How many adults? How many kids? Were they sleeping? Emergency plan? All of that jazz.
Yep, we will have a Garmin InReach with us at all times. There is self-service on the island, but that'll be also with us as what we have. We'll have 2 adults, and we are going with a group from Morris. They'll have an adult, and we'll have an adult, and there'll be separate tents for the separate groups. And what was that your?
That was it.
That was it. Okay.
Is it only 3 kids that
That have signed up. So yes, yeah.
Are they the same 3 kids on each trip?
There is one kid we can't shake. They just keep showing up every time. But no, and it's tough when like I reached out to Jim this summer to try to get a sports schedule to work around that. It's impossible to do that. I mean, we put this out. It's open to the whole school. I mean, and this works out for these kids, and hopefully we've got other options. And that's one of the reasons I offer so many things is try to get different, students involved to answer you. But yeah, that's for this trip. Yeah.
Thank you.
Anyone else?
Real quick. So you said it was sponsored events, or this is a sponsorship.
Yeah.
But is it fully funded as far as?
No, we have to charge our students $25 to pay for food. The district pays for the van and the gas, and the Main Island Trails Association is paying for our ferry across.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Any other questions? All right, I'm going to call for the vote. All those in favor? It's unanimous. Okay, the questioning make it harder. 7.3.
I'll give different answers each time.
To approve an overnight field trip to Rangeley, Maine by the Oak Hill High School Outing Club and Outdoor Physical Education class, September 24th through 25th, 2025.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion or floor open? It's all yours.
This trip, we're partnering with the Appalachian Mountain Club. They have a stewardship program where they're teaching leave no trace principles out on the trail, and we were able to partner with them for this event, Piazza Rock, which is in the Rangeley area. We're going to camp overnight, and we're going to be working with one of their AmeriCorps volunteers to work on trails and understand the idea of leave no trace and how that impacts our impacts as a group on the outdoors and how we can better benefit its sustainability.
How many students?
We haven't opened sign-ups for that one yet.
Oh, okay.
We're hoping to take a van full. I mean, that's the goal.
What's the max, I guess?
One van's 11.
11.
If we get an outpouring, we'll have to talk to Sheena if we can get another van, another person to go with me. But yeah, right now that's our goal is to fill the van.
Cost per student?
It's going to be based on food, and I got to kind of figure out the budget. Usually, a couple of meals, we're talking $25 a student.
Anybody else? All right. I want to call for the vote. All those in favor? It's unanimous. 7.4 to approve an overnight field trip to Acadia National Park by the Outing Club, October 3rd through the 5th, 2025.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? We'll open the floor.
We're again, we've been able to. A number of these were partnered with an outside group, a group that really believes in this sort of thing to help make this happen. Obviously, your support matters too, and our local support has been tremendous. But this is another group, First Push Syndicate. It's easy to say. They have a lodge in Orland, which is about a half hour from the park, and they've allowed us to stay there with a group. And so we are going to take 5 students and 2 adults, and we're going to look at the weather and make a judgment on what we're doing, but hopefully we'll be doing some hiking, some biking, and it's going to be not the weekend it decides to finally rain, so we're hoping. So
Any questions?
Do you have any future plan as far as increasing participation?
well, I think it's tough. Like I said, trying to work around schedules as Superintendent Aliberti mentioned, there's a lot of different things going on, and it's the same kids that are involved in the drama club, that are in FBLA, that are on the soccer team, so it's really hard to pin them down and find it. And we offer stuff in the summer, and we've been able to do that the last couple of years, and some different kids have been able to make that work. I try to do some things like quick day trips between seasons to try to meet that need. But yeah, and then we also have our outdoor phys ed class, and even those students, you would think that would be the natural transition, right? And even those students, it just doesn't always work in their schedule. So I don't think I've given you a very good answer, but it's definitely something I would love more students to be involved.
Anybody else? All right. You just made it.
Cost per student? for that?
I haven't analyzed that one yet. I've got to look how many meals that's going to be, but it'll be, that's 3 days. It's going to be like $75, I think. Not depending on what we decide on meals.
I don't have a question, but I just want to commend you for all this work. I mean, to partner with all these organizations and getting everything pretty much covered I know it's a lot of work and it's impressive.
Well, I've had a lot of support from people in this room. Our business office is constantly giving me structure and feedback on how I can better and properly equip the paperwork that has to go in. But from the beginning, Sam has been very supportive of trying to get this club off the ground, and so is Marco, so is Brian, and so is our new team behind me, John and Sue, and I think it's a part of the culture. We had our 8th grade night the last couple of years, and I don't know if it's the club that started this, but everybody, there's always 3 or 4 people that say, oh, I met my wife, doing this, and I don't know if we need to make sure we separate the tents more, or what we need to do in the future that way, but there's definitely a culture here of that, and it's fun to be a part of that. So I didn't do the math to figure out what that meant.
You're good.
Go ahead, Christy.
More of a comment, not a question, but I wonder about some sort of local business sponsorship to cover the costs for kids, because I wonder it's hard for families to ask for help, and if there's a $25, $75 fee, that might be a reason why people are not participating, and I'm sure that your school counselors are on top of that, but I do wonder if there's local businesses or organizations that might contribute if there was
I'd
an
be
ask.
all for that if you have any suggestions. I know we had last summer's program was paid with our OLI grant, and so it was free. And you would think we'd have people up to our eyeballs. We didn't. So I don't know, and I'm not saying that's not a factor. But and if a student, I've had a student come in and say, I can't afford this. We figure it out. We make it work. And again, with the support we have here. But I'm always looking for partnerships that way, for sure. And again, that's hard too, because the soccer team's raising money for this, the cross country team's raising money for this, the FBL, and it's just and so that's hard. But yeah, definitely, I'm always interested in that.
Yeah, you would think like REI or Yellow Bean or Cabela's could cough up $500.
Yeah, some of them have been great that way, and some of them haven't. And maybe they need another voice, or they need somebody else. I keep sending me emails.
Writing letters if you
like I'm at Shawshank. I'll just keep sending a letter every month. Maybe, but,
Well, it's like LL Bean in particular, right? I just think about how close they are, to us, right? Well, we know people.
Well, I would,
Nancy,
just please send me an email. I can email anybody. I can call.
I'll email anybody.
I'm not scared to talk to anybody about this stuff. I'm passionate about it, and I believe it's important to what we're doing here. So.
Does the student involvement seem like it's the same grade level, or is that mixed?
I do think I don't have the analytics in front of me. I do think like before they can ask any coach, ask the football coaches, right, how focused the guys are before they get a job in a car, right? I mean, it's I think sophomore year is like a pivotal time, and I do think after that there's like, oh, I have other things I can do now, and I can go someplace, and so I think that can be a challenge. I've got some juniors that would love to go on some of the stuff, but they've got, like I said, all the different responsibilities they've got going on. So, yeah, and our kids, I mean, I don't know how our kids work. They really do. So I don't know how fielders would be open if they didn't. So.
We need to vote on that one?
Can I just?
No. Did you still want to say something, Marco? No. All right. Okay. Go ahead, Diane.
Do they have to be a certain age for this? Because there's any possibility of opening it maybe to 8th graders?
I mean, Brian and I know we batted some ideas around in the past. I think it would take us sitting down and putting stuff on paper and seeing how it would work. But I'm not against that. And, I would want some help. But, I think we'd have to figure that out. But, yeah, I think it'd be great.
Yeah.
I know a big part of my daughter's experience at Greater Gloucester Middle School was going up Mount Katahdin and going to Acadia. and that's a placeholder in her childhood. That's there forever. So yeah, I would be all for that.
Do you have a space, whether it's social media or even in the schools, to showcase like your trips, photographs,
Yeah,
experiences,
if you
stuff
get
like that?
A chance to come in our gym, we've tried to document about everything we've done in phys ed and in outing club, and the social media piece. We've done a little bit with that, but it's we've tried to when we had our 8th grade night, we have the open house. We try to get everybody to walk through that and see some of the stuff we're doing. But yeah, that's something we continue to try to do. Yeah.
So, last legislative session, the Maine State House approved Maine Outdoor School for All. I don't know if anybody in this room is familiar.
No.
So they didn't appropriate a lot of money to it, but they appropriated enough for a pilot. So Cooperative Extension, which is where I work, is kind of the fiscal sponsor of it. So currently we're going to launch a grant program for service providers. So my suggestion is to think about Kiev, Wavis, 4-H camp and learning centers at Bryant Pond, Tanglewood, Blueberry Cove. They'll be funding to pilot with schools.
Okay.
And just kind of keep an eye on that, because I'm the evaluator for the project, but our hope is to be able to go to the legislature and say, like, this has a huge impact on kids. And if you look at the program that is happening in Oregon State, that money is all from the lottery, and that's how they fund outdoor schools. So every young person in grades, I think it's 4 to 9, have some sort of residential outdoor experience. So just stay tuned. It's there. It's being piloted. And
Can you send
I'll
me an email?
send you an
Thank you.
email.
All right, thank
And
you.
if anybody else wants information, I'm happy to share that.
Anything else? Anybody else? All right, I'm going to call for the vote. All those in favor? It's unanimous. Thank you, sir. You are approved.
All right, thank you.
And have fun. We'll look forward to the pictures. Hopefully there won't be snow in Acadia in October. They had frost up there already.
I'm ready.
Oh, I'm ready for it.
Nope.
Excuse me. All right, 7.5 to approve assessment warrants and installment schedules. So I move that the warrant for assessment of tax and assessment schedule and notice of installments for each member municipality prepared by the treasurer for the fiscal year July 1, 2025 to June 30, 2026 be approved and be issued in form presented in this meeting, and that the treasurer be authorized and directed to deliver to each member municipality its warrant for assessment of tax and its assessment schedule and notice of installments.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Seeing none, I'm going to call for the vote. All those in favor? It's unanimous. Do we have to sign? Yes. Sam is shaking her head.
we
yes.
have to sign. Otherwise, Sam. Yep.
All right. That brings us to. I'm on 7.6.
Yeah. If you look on the page, what does it say? 7.4. Does it say anything, or is it just my copy? All right. Maybe I've just got the. All right. I'll be quiet then. Go ahead, please.
Maybe you have the older one.
Could be.
So 7.6, RSU 4 Strategic Plan Board Goals Development. So this is to discuss our 2025, 2026 board goals. And what you want to do, how we want to do it.
Would you like me to take it away? Nicole?
Sure. We do have. Are you starting with this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Marco.
Sorry, I'll be quiet. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
Marco, that's okay. Marco did put together this your back page we did tell you to hopefully you had some time to think about it before this evening. And Marco will go over it, and we'll try to come up with some measurable goals.
Yeah, thanks, Nicole. So, she said, we've begun our process for a strategic plan, right? And so, have worked with, let's see, who have I worked with up to this point? The administrative team. We did this during the summer where we looked at these same questions minus the last one. That last one is obviously specific to you guys. And took that information and kind of synthesized it a bit. I think I talked a little bit about this at the last meeting, just how it's been super helpful to kind of like focus our thoughts and ideas about where we want our students to end up and how we support them to be whatever it is that they decide to do moving forward in life. Strategic plan is extremely helpful, just in the sense of like tying our decision making and what we focus on back to it on the regular. I think you guys are aware that we do have a strategic plan, but it has been many, many years since it's been revamped or looked at. And so that's what we're going to do moving forward. And so, again, I started that process with the A team this summer. I met with high school staff today, just gave them the same set of questions. They went off and filled them out, had discussion over them. And then I'll take that information and compile it with the information from the administrators, from the A team, excuse me. And then, you guys are very much a part of that process. And I want you guys to know, and this is a firm belief of mine, that every single employee in this building, staff member, whatever we want to call them, is extremely important in the process of the success of our students and our communities. There's not one that's more important than the other. They are important in the process. And so, one of the speeches, or the speech I gave at the beginning of the school year was, this thing about just. And I say that like I'm just, insert your, the name of your title, right? And I don't like that, because you are more than just. You are an important part of this school district and important in the success, again, of our students and our community. And so, with that kind of like, I don't know, passion, if you will, like that's why I want to put together a strategic plan so that we do have a living, breathing document that, helps guide us moving forward. And it's not something that I just want to like slap on a wall someplace and say, look, we did a strategic plan. I want it to be part of our decision-making process moving forward, okay? So with that, we're going to do a little work. You guys are going to be super pumped about this. Hopefully, and then we'll just take some time to do it, essentially. So I did include it in your packet. If you didn't have a chance to read it over, it's completely fine, because I'm going to give you probably like 5 minutes to take a look at it. Think about how you might answer those questions, all right? And you can jot down a few answers if you want, something to keep in mind. And then what I'm going to do is, after you guys have a few minutes to kind of put that information down, I'm going to split you up into groups. We've got some chart paper. Oh, yeah, Matt. I see you blinking over there like, oh, here we go. Matt, are you going to scribe? How good's your handwriting, brother? Is it good?
I'm on par with most doctors.
Awesome. So you'll pick somebody else to scribe in your group. And we'll just capture your thoughts there. And then, essentially this is I say this an old teaching practice called a think, pair, share. So you're thinking, you would pair up, you'll be in small groups to do that, and then you'll share out with the group. And don't worry, I'll take all the information off the walls, and then I will compile it and put it along with all the other information that we put together so far. And so just so you guys know, I'll come back repeatedly with updates for you guys. And the nice thing is once we get an idea of kind of like, our pillars, or, I don't know what we want to call them, we'll talk about building board goals for the school year based off of those so that they're tied together. So you guys ready? Are you ready? Of course you can. Christy, go. Yes, please. Because I will do some community sessions, Christy, if you'd like to attend those, then you can use your parent hat or community member hat. Sound good? All right, you guys got what do you think? 2 or 3 minutes going to be enough? Okay, 5 to 7 minutes. We'll do 5 minutes to look at them. If you want to jot a few thoughts down, go ahead and do that, and I'll go grab the chart paper and the markers. Okay? Yeah, Teresa's pumped.
I warned you there would be homework. Marco's giving you a pop quiz.
I know that Christy needs maybe 2 more. 5 to 7 is what she was looking for. I was trying to, give her plenty of time to process, which is totally fine, right? Okay. All right. So this is what we'll do is I will have, let's see, this is a solid group right over here, Scott, Nancy, and Matt. If you guys wouldn't mind grabbing a marker, there's a whole basket of them right there. And there's a Post-it note up there, a big one, big chart paper over there. If you guys would do me a favor and just have a nice conversation with each other and jot down things that were similar in your responses to the best of your ability, okay? Does that sound good? Awesome. Thanks for playing along, Matt. Appreciate it. How about Diane, Cole, Robbie? You guys are a group, same thing, okay? Then we've got Doug, Christy, and Teresa who are still working. Take your time. Take your time. And you guys can jump right up and start going at it. Diane's familiar with this one. She knows this one.
So are we over there?
Sure, wherever you want to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. You could do it right there if you wanted to.
You said markers? Yeah, markers.
Right over there in the basket, Diane. No worries.
Oh, we're gonna make the teacher scribe, aren't we?
You can, Robbie. What? We're gonna make?
We're gonna make the
Diane.
teacher scribe.
Make Diane. Teresa would be a good scribe too. I bet you actually all 3 of these guys, great scribes.
I am not.
Okay, you want to write? You want me to write? I'm a horrible speller.
So the ultimate goal for our students is empowered learning, personal growth, career and life readiness, civic and global engagement. I think the ultimate, from my perspective, is we need to produce individuals who enter
job, you guys. Yeah, right? Diane, can you remind me again how many years in the classroom?
40.
Holy smokes, 40. That's what that is, Nancy. 40 years of perfect penmanship. Yeah, exactly. Listen, I want to thank you guys very much for taking the time to do that. This sounds cheesy, but I'm proud of you guys. You got through it, which is good. I appreciate that. Real quick, any highlights from your conversation? Anything that you would like to just share super briefly, because we'll keep going with the meeting, guys. And if there's nothing, it's okay.
So I thought it was very productive. I thought that it was insightful. And we had very similar, even though slightly different, but still very similar. And the same, it's like we were all we had the same conceptually idea for where we wanted to go. So that was very nice. Very good.
Any other takeaways, guys? Otherwise, we'll just keep it rolling. All right, let's keep it rolling then. Thank you again. I appreciate your time.
Yeah, thank you. So now we will move on. Just have to get to my agenda page. Committees, yes,
committee
we
reports, yep.
had finance and facilities, and then we'll have CAI.
Yep. I'll report out on the finance and facilities, seeing how I was elected committee chair, because I wasn't quick enough to say no, or to nominate Doug. Okay. Finance and we'll start with finance. 2 months, or 12.5% of the year is completed as of August 31st, 2025. Year to date, we've received $3,079,622.97, which is 13.32% of the anticipated revenue. Last year at this time, we were at 16.44, but Sabatis checks were a little bit late, but we've got them now. So we should be at 16.57%, so everything seems to be on track there. General fund expenses year to date, we've expended $3,200,084, plus encumbrances, which is 13.88% of our budget. Last year at this time, we were at 13.54, so that falls within the order. Adult education revenue year to date, we've received $6,489.06, which is 7.26% of the adult ed anticipation revenue. Last year we were at 7.02. Adult education expenses year to date, we've expended $12,000, which is a little bit higher than because we've bought some stuff out front for stuff like that, but as the revenue comes in, that'll catch up. 14.46% of the adult ed budget. Last year at this time, we were at 21.88%. School nutrition revenue, year to date, we've received $46,879.90, which is 4.59% of the school nutrition anticipated revenue. Last year at this time, we were at 1%, representing only receipts from town assessments. Receipts to date reflect town assessments from Litchfield and Wales, along with 1 month state reimbursement for summer programming in June. School nutrition expenses year to date, we've expended $67,274.85, which is 6.58% of the school nutrition budget. Last year at this time, we were at 6.64%. So all those numbers fall into relatively close proximity to last year. Going on to the operations, Savada's primary closure and move review. We vacated and transferred the property to Savada's. We had the yard sale, which we received over $8,000+ in revenue from the items that we sold, which was really successful. All three towns got to come in, take a look at it, and, you know, grab what they wanted, and then we opened it up. So it was a 3-day sale, Marco? It was 3 days total?
It was 3 days. Yep.
But we're basically, except for the lawyer dotting some I's and crossing some T's, we're out of that building.
Yeah, actually, I signed off on paperwork. Was it earlier this week? What's today? Wednesday? I think it was last. Actually, it was last Friday. Now I remember. So it was last Friday. Dropped it off at the town of Sabattis, their lawyer's office in Lewiston. So I have executed documents. So they've signed them already. So they have keys, and we've basically, say this publicly, like, even though they are now in control or possession of the building, like, we're still there to help and support. And I mean that in the sense if they have any questions about any of the systems or numbers or any of those things, happy to help in any way we can with a smooth transition.
All right, thank you. Year-end cost center adjustments, we went over those. The biggest one, we were able to take 5% out of the other cost centers, and basically it was the maintenance line that was the most over, and it was a little bit over 400,000. And that was basically 100. How much was the loan payment, Sam? 124 and change. Oh, 550. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, just
Right.
the microphone. Thank
Yeah,
you.
it was 550. So that was our biggest expense that we were able to move those funds around, and Doug and Sam went over that. We went over the year 25 audit process is starting, and the audit's going to be continuing on for probably the next month or so. The central office is gathering everything that's needed for that, so we should be able to meet that deadline for the completion. And the SRRF funds, which is the School Revolving Renovation Fund application, we are working on that. Harriman's is working on that for us. And we're going to be coming back at our next meeting in September to discuss projects that we want to cover and to see whether or not the board would like to continue with the application process or not. So we will be getting more information on that in the next September meeting. Maintenance and food service, the new tiles in the classrooms look great. We had a video and saw the projects, that were done, and they really look good, came out great, and the schools opened on time, which is excellent. And there was no transportation update because our transportation director had a emergency she had to take care of, but through Sam, she sent Sam an email and said that everything was going good. We can now sticker our buses at our maintenance center has been certified for stickers, so we can sticker our own buses now. So that's going to save us quite a bit. And that's it. Any questions?
All right.
That was definitely shorter than the meeting.
That was. But there was a lot packed in there.
There was.
Okay, CAI, Technology Committee. Who's our spokesperson?
Yeah, who's?
Oh,
Oh, that's helpful.
Teresa
Yeah.
stepping up. Oh.
We didn't elect our chairperson yet, so all three of us will kind of help put together a report. We talked about title funding, which is Title 1, 2, and 4. And as of right now, all the applications that were required, Shelley was able to get those in. So we are up to date with the applications. We our title staffing for this school year is that we have 3 coaches. 2 are math, and 1 is a combination PBIS and literacy. That is Tracy Ireland, who's been our energetic PBIS coach that has presented to us before. She's in training for literacy coaching, and we look forward to that. She has great energy, like I said. We have 2 literacy interventionists, 2 math interventionalists, and those are staffed by EdTech 3s. In case you're wondering, they work with students. Either they come in and work with them, or they go into the classroom and work with the students who need intervention. They've been looking at student data to verify what students need for their interventions. And this school year, Shelley's going to be working with a literacy curriculum review, and there'll be a representative from every grade level that will be on that committee, evaluating different things, looking at our data, where we are, what we have for curriculum, and what we might need. And Shelley's well aware of the process. She's done it in a couple of different districts, so we're lucky to have her doing that. We also got to welcome and meet Stephanie Weber, who is our new technology director. That's the correct title, right? Yeah. She comes from Auburn with a lot of knowledge, and so she's been trying hard to get into the systems, passwords, learning what we have. So she's been really working hard. You know, when you start a new position in a new place, it can be, there's that learning curve, and we already heard some good ideas from her, so we look forward to that. And then we talked about assessment. The fall assessment window is between September 15th and October 24th. I know that sounds like right away, but we're not doing it starting next week. And there was discussion about not having a December winter assessment, because it seems like we're assessing all the time. And sometimes that information isn't that usable for the mid-year winter one. What else am I missing?
All right. Thank you, Teresa. Any questions, comments? Okay. That brings us to our board member comments. Christy.
I just want to say that the bus right transportation software is the best thing that we've ever done. It is so slick, and it takes the guess out of when the bus is coming. So my kiddo gets picked up anywhere between 6:11 and 6:17, so he can go out to the bus stop right when the bus is coming, which is phenomenal when you have to get up that early. I also want to give just huge thanks to everybody that took the time to get our buildings ready to accept students. So that is our custodial staff, our maintenance staff, our teachers, our administrators, our superintendent. It was just a really great start of the school year. It's been awesome so far, and I'm looking forward to a really great year for everybody.
Thank you, Christy. Anybody else? Oh, go ahead, Diane.
I know that it's been difficult with music in our middle school, but I'm happy to say that I've heard a lot of good things from kids coming home, and they are loving music again. So I'm very happy that that is happening this year.
Anybody else? All right. I would just like to echo Christy and, just thank everybody. Welcome back. And I look forward to our 25-26 school year. And that brings us to 11.1, to enter into executive session for the purpose of labor negotiations, 1 MRSA, Section 405, 6D, RSU number 4, Administrators Association.